Hello, greetings. We are going live, I think. I also changed the ratio of the videos, so hopefully I'll fill the screen a little bit better. Maybe not. I don't really pay attention to stuff after I upload it, but anyway. Here we go. Oops. Okay, yeah, I don't do the questions. Hello, greetings. Mitchell, greetings. Yeah, I don't do questions through the chat. I should. One of these days I will. It'll come out of nowhere, most likely. Because I do questions all the time. I'm worn out half the time. So that'll happen eventually. Of course, you can always submit to the site. Do webinars. Like I'm like a question machine, answering machine. So, it does get kind of, I need a break every once in a while, basically. I do the live so you can see what's going on. It helps get attention. It does its magic somehow, at least in theory. It does. Maybe not. So anyway, some people like live, some people don't. Yeah, having a little thing called a zoom in the corner. Well, I can't get rid of that. I'd like to, but if I use any of these other programs, it works fine, and it stops working. My internet goes down. So with Zoom, I mentioned this before. It keeps the flow going pretty good. So having a little logo in the corner isn't the end of the world. So, and if I use Google Hangouts, I would, but sometimes it doesn't record my audio. So I can do like a talk for an hour, and you don't hear me. So it's like, and I don't know if I have to ask everybody in the chat if you can hear me. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm being heard from what I can tell here. So anyway. All right, greetings. Welcome to the channel of the Insane. I am your host, Ivan Teller. For those of you that are aware of what's going on, well, at least, yeah, it's going to get more bizarre over time. Not as fast as somewhat once, but I feel that over time you'll understand why you don't have physical alien contact. You'll have a more understanding of it. It's not always intended right now. Well, let's put it this way. Yeah, you can always reincarnate when that time does come. Good luck with that. Nobody's stopping you with that. Jeez. Not to say it won't happen now, but likelihood isn't very high, but you never know. I don't want to say it's not going to happen. Oh, yeah, I've been wondering if our weather here, it's been raining. We had tropical storm weather. We've had just rain. We've had floods. So our storm drains, it's not great, but anyway. It's been nice. Not easy to drive in, but it's been nice as long as you're not driving and walking. Anyway, it's actually been quite nice. So we give a break from the 90-degree weather. So I am in the attic here. So this is the attic right there. So this is the only room I can go into where I have privacy. Well, it's not so much. So unless there's someone outside listening, which there probably is, but in another dimension. All right, so the beings are here a lot heavier than usual. Basically to go into, I'm not sure what. I keep getting visions of reptilians walking, roaming around us. We're doing our daily whatever, and I see reptilian. I'm not seeing them physically around me. I am seeing them physically around other people that aren't around. They're showing me their movements. So they might go into that. I feel it's more reptilian. Obviously goes through other beings also. Reptilians feel like we are their family. We are warning through their I don't want to say manipulation, but we are warning through their stuff. Let's put it that way. So the presence here is quite heavy, or at least around me. So we're going to go into that. Basically, I leave all these, for those that are new, I leave it open and see who has a message, basically. Sometimes not a whole lot. Sometimes it's giving me a break. Um, so I'm not sure how long this is going to go. But basically, I try to open up for anything. I mean, just the open bar, basically. So that's why I don't do much of the chat, live chat here. I will eventually. If I didn't have a day job situation and more flexibility, like I have time to like get my sanity, like have like a week of relaxation, which I don't have, maybe a half a day, maybe a couple hours. um, Even on the weekends, I don't really have that because I'm catching up doing other things. I'm trying to expand this, trying to go in another direction with all this. That takes time, and so that takes a lot of my energy. So one of these days, I'm doing all this work for a reason, so I can have a day of relaxation of some kind. I'll always do videos, definitely. If I ever get to that, I will eventually. Uh, I will definitely still do videos. Webinar probably. We'll see how things go in the future. I must be breaking world records of that webinar situation. But anyway, I already went through that. So we're going to go into who's here. All that, but first we're going to go into the news situation. It's been kind of slow here and there, but certain things seem to be of great importance. I'm not sure if I need to show a screenshot of all this stuff. Oh yeah, the video. Oh yeah, this is scheduled for. I mean, this is titled "Surviving Third Density." That has to do with the beings there you can't see, but also has the thing about the NASA thing. So we'll post that. But let me go into. Let me set things up first. Every time I think I got it set up, everything moves around. Yeah, primitive technologies for sure. God, and there's nobody in chat either. Unless I froze that. Anyway, it's all good. Little Mitchell. Yeah, not everybody's going to sit around waiting for me. Yeah, people got things to do. Let's see here. Before we get started, before we get started, we're going to if you're new to all of this, I'll do advertisement of me first, and then we'll go into the whole NASA thing. I'm not going to go into that very deeply, but it's pretty funny. So here we go. Whoops, nope. All right, this is ivanteller.com. If you're wondering who I am and all that, it's all here. About page. Private sessions are for those that want to know more about what's going on around you. This right here is my schedule. My schedule is pretty open, except for Friday evening. Of course, this is Wednesday, so I got 2 more days. So weekends are going to be more open. I've been closing those down recently. Yeah, if you schedule early, it would be good. I might be leaving those a little bit more open for this month. So if you like, for those that want to do last minute schedulings, which happens not quite often, the weekend should be mostly open for that. Friday evening has been closed, but most of this week, next week. So if you schedule early, I might, if you schedule early, I might close on the weekend. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how things go. I also have gift cards, and I might go into a new gift cards system, but for right now, this seems to be sufficient. I try to change these images, and they won't change for anything, so that's kind of funny. Also, there's other ways to purchase private sessions. You just use this method. That way, if this doesn't work with the calendar, it's all good. There's Google Hangouts, Skype, Zoom, and you can do a session by phone. It's all recorded, and it's all emailed to you, hopefully. And there's also this 5-minute question. Basically, it might be 5 minutes. It's $5. It depends on what comes through. And basically, I just do an audio file, send it to you. You can also do a transcript if you like. So I have one going through transcription right now. So this is all, it's pretty, I want to keep prices cheap, and I don't do discounts because I'm already having it cheap as it is. So that's the reason behind that. Also, I changed for the webinars. I've also, well, we'll see how this goes. You can barely read it. I'm not sure if I can fix this. Actually, I think I can. We don't need to really read this stuff here. It's basically both of these are reoccurring. This is reoccurring payments for the webinar. You can always cancel. Of course, I don't have the cancellation policy on here, but you can at any time. You just have to email me. Basically, if you want to cancel, just email me. I need to put that on the site, but I'm working on it. Basically, it's $10 a month. I would lower I don't want to heighten the price. I definitely don't want to lower it because I'm already doing a lot as it is. But I'm already doing as much as I can as it is. So I also do a 12 month. So basically, for the monthly, I believe you can do through. I'm not going to go through all that. I don't know how to get out of here. This is for PayPal and great. This is for PayPal and or non-PayPal, whatever you want to use. So if you're not a big PayPal fan, there's other alternatives for payment. And this charges monthly. You can always cancel it anytime. You just have to email me to do so. And also the 12-month subscription. Basically, you just pay up for the whole year. So their next payment will be what, August or September of next year, and you can always cancel that anytime also. So there's that. It's a little bit quicker. Some would much rather do that than the monthly payment. So there's that. This is all brand new. I've never done this before, as for the whole year. Normally people would discount that, but man, I do enough as it is. It's technically discounted already. So, and also there is alternative payment, which is the old method that sometimes works. Well, it works, but it's not efficient. Also, connected to this, I'm making life as complicated as possible. Basically, if you create I haven't checked this yet, but basically, if you create an account here, of course, I forgot to check that. I'll have to check that afterwards. It gives you access to basically the links, but you register first, and I have to give you access to. I have to approve you for it. So basically, you pay here. You'll get an email with all the information on how to join the webinar. And also, if you already signed up through the site, I can activate your membership so you can just sign in and get the links there. You also get it through a web link, an email. So I had to. So basically, every time there's a webinar, you get an email to join the webinar and join the chat. I know I'm making life as complicated as possible. So anyway, should be sufficient. I'll see how this works out. We also have iTunes and Google. We have iPhone and Google app. Also, just search Ivan Tar to help you find stuff. Of course, I haven't added this yet. I know, but one thing at a time. I also have a social network I haven't done much with because I'm worn out. So this is my services. Submit a question, healing, past life regression, message from Yeshua, 5-minute healing, and channeling consulting, and spiritual connections, one question from a day, chakra healing from a day, soul painting from Stephanie, and angelic Reiki from Miguel. So this is what keeps the site going, keeps the broadcast going, also through your donations, much appreciated. This keeps everything rolling, keeps us connecting to the universe as it is. And now for the subject of today. NASA searches for planetary protection officer to save Earth from alien contamination. So if you're looking for a job, I would say go for this. This is awesome. NASA's pretty... Yeah, NASA, obviously they have a public version and another version that's not very clear. And this is not a joke. This is real. Then again, while the job title can show... Yeah, it pays like $200,000. So anyway, I don't know. They might be preparing for some kind of disclosure of some kind if they're going to start doing. I don't think they're going to do anything anytime soon. Might not be in our lifetime. So this could be more to this. They're already putting they're already scared of the aliens. Like, yeah, they should be the way we're treating everybody. We're not exactly treating the aliens very well, but anyway, none of that. But anyway, this is like a propaganda position, basically. Pays a lot, almost $200,000 a year. So, Planetary Defense probably has something like the Star Wars thing that during Reagan's administration, not like that, but we're just ready for somebody to come kick your ass. But it's funny that it's already happening. So, our government kind of sold us out, but so it's kind of funny. So, they must. It looks like in some ways they're building up. This is very light, though. So, who knows what's going to come of it? It's kind of a joke, but anyway, I'm not getting a whole lot on it. I would just not listen. It's kind of like scientific propaganda. Basically, like with what's his name, Hawking, he's talking about aliens coming to destroy us and all that. I think it's part of that type of brainwashing that's going on right now. You can say Archon. So I'm feeling Archon with that. So anyway, yeah, this is kind of ridiculous when you think about it. Also, yeah, no, I put that as the main video, but I'm not going to go into it that much. But I did go into it, so it's not entirely clickbait. But anyway, I'll probably go into it again anyway if I get a channel message. Oh, this is designer babies. Actually, they've been designing babies for a long time. They're now going more public with it, but I believe that's even been going on in the private sector for a long time. So, I don't think this is anything new here for the designer babies. They've been talking about this for a long time, but it does seem like they're probably going to get better at it. They've become more of a thing. But I believe it's been going on for it's been going on for a long time. We're all a designer. We're all being manipulated constantly. So, but as for, you can go to a store and pick out what kind of baby you want. And, so anyway, before you inject it all into your, for it to be born out the way you want them to be, hopefully. I imagine there's a lot of side effects to a lot of that also. But anyway, also they had a thing here about I'm thinking about Facebook founder running for president or something like that. So it's a clear possibility that he'll be going in that. I don't think so. I think Let's see. I don't think anybody would vote for him. Then again, anything's possible, but I think he's building it up that he can be running for president. Maybe not this next term, but a few down the road. At least that's what I'm getting right now. So anything's possible. Anything can change between now and then. And also this thing with North Korea. It seems like somebody said it's something about North Korea, about Kim Jong-un, about him not sleeping. He's not going to be sleeping very sound. The U.S. begins travel to North Korea from September 1st. Gee, I guess people can still go there, apparently. This whole thing with North Korea is kind of... I believe they're going to remove him eventually, basically, if he can't sleep, basically. He's like, he's nervous they were coming and take... I don't think he cares anymore. So... And obviously, the CIA has been... I imagine they've been doing a lot of stuff to him, mentally, and using technologies against him for a long time, so... It does seem like we might have a regime change this year. It's hard to say. It's all kind of foggy right now. What's going on? I'm not getting a clear indication of anything, but it does seem like he's going to get ousted eventually. It's getting close. But then again, And they might use it for propaganda purposes to get you, hey, look what we're doing in North Korea. Never mind what we're doing over what the left hand's doing, that type of stuff. So they might be waiting for something too. It's hard to say right now. I'm not getting any clear indication of it. So that is all we have. So if you want to, if you're big on NASA and you want to go save us from aliens, please do so. So anyway, that's pretty funny. Seeing how they're all here, bad or good or whatever it is. So let's see here. All right, I'm not gonna go into the NASA thing. That's not what this is all about. Let's see. Oh yeah, the economy, or what I'm sensing right now is nothing's clear as for economy, terrorism, whatever. Of course, terrorism is not something I go and connect to with anyway. But like sometimes I pick up on like the event, like some people are talking about not that event, but event like little ones. That whole event thing with it, whatever. That's on YouTube, whatever. But it does seem like right now, between now, I would say end of September, it's kind of foggy of what's going on. I'm not getting any. I mean, sometimes I see clear. I'm not seeing anything clear. Maybe it's just me. But like sometimes I can pick up on the economy pretty easily. Not to say it's going to crash. I don't think it will, but there's this fogginess going on. I don't, like I said, sometimes I can just like I can pick up on it easily. But with this, it's kind of like I said, not to say it's going to happen. They might be working on sabotage. I don't think it's going to happen, but there might be just the fear mongering is always on the loose. But like I said, I don't think anything's going to happen. But between now and the end of September, I feel just getting it clear of anything is not very basically economy wise mostly is up in the air right now. It's not, like I said, I don't think anything's going to happen, but you never know. But I think it'll be all right for the most part. I think it'll be fine. Basically, it does. Okay, what I'm getting is basically like saboteurs are out there right now, fear mongering, fear, whatever. I don't think they're going to be successful. I don't think they'll ever make the news. I don't think they'll make any, but you never know. It does seem like there's some. Also, feel heightened of vibration. I know I'm talking about that. I'm talking about heightened vibration, but heightened of vibration to certain individuals also. So, what I feel also the astral field is that's something I normally do not connect with. The astral field is getting stronger, meaning, from my feelings, that more people are becoming aware of their astral selves. That's not something I usually connect with, so that's interesting. They might not be fully aware of it, but they're connecting more with it, maybe unconsciously, or they are connecting. They're letting themselves go. I'm just feeling the astral world stronger. I know that sounds very bizarre, but it feels stronger. So that might be what's going. That's why nothing's really clear for this month and next month. As for, like I said, most of the economies that I connect with, I don't connect to really events and stuff like that because it's not that. This is like, they call it October surprise, stuff like that, like August surprise and September surprise. August and September, like they say, September, like October surprise is like whatever they're doing in August and September goes into obviously October. So that's probably why I can't really read stuff. That's why I feel like there's a fog going through there. Not to say anything's going to happen in October, but anything can happen anywhere, obviously. But it does seem like there's the round table groups are in session, probably. Maybe a lot of Black Ops stuff going on. That stuff happens all the time. But I don't know, maybe political assassination type stuff, like political correctness, stuff like that. Not, I mean, political assassination, like just in name in general. We just had one recently with Trump and all that. So anyway, um, yeah, a lot of that when like certain political figures step down, like anybody cares. There's usually a lot of stuff that we're not being told. So they're just telling us part of it. So many different layers that we're not seeing. Not to say it's important, but anyway. As for the astral energy, it seems to be a lot stronger. You might be able to read it more, or maybe not. It's hard to say. Nothing's being fully clear about it. It's just like we're in a mixing bowl right now, and all the elements are being put into it a little bit differently than usual. You can say we are creating, well, we're always working on a new Earth, like a new reality of Earth, basically, to create a more positive version of it. Yeah. Sometimes that's questionable. Basically, because I never connected anything like this before, like a astral, stronger astral. So, and I didn't. That was not going to be the message of today either. Well, I wasn't sure what it was going to be, but not that. But I'm not getting any clear indication of it right now. Not being very. Anyway, it's not that important. But it does seem like the astral energies are becoming stronger. Well, that's another thing. Astral is becoming more part of our dimension slowly. So it helps us lift us into a more fourth dimensional reality, which that makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So a lot of people are accepting astral more and allowing those vibrations to come in for healing, for all kinds of reasons. Obviously, it's slowly, where you connect more to your abilities. You move this. That's probably why August, September is kind of. It's just we're shifting things away from what normally, the jargon that is going on here. It's all a mystery. We're not here to tap into everything, but just go with the flow, enjoy our life, have fun with it, not to worry about it. But yes, through your third eye, through your senses, you can open up realities, of course, and just not to be. Some people are calling it fake. I'm making it up, but imagination, remember, is you. So those realities do exist. That's coming through your third eye. So you're thinking, imagining all this stuff as you look through your third eye. You're not basically just accepting more of the fourth dimensional energies instead of rejecting it, as we were told everything is fake. You say everything is real, such as fiction, everything, elementals, whatever it might be. On and there's so many different alien entities here that have names you never like crazy stuff that no one's ever connected to, not through me, through more popular channelers. That does not mean they don't exist. It might be an alien walking around with like a flower head. I mean, I can see like in a Disney. I hate to mention Disney, but anyway, like a Disney cartoon. I don't see why not. Okay, that's a little bit trippy, but anyway. It is most of reality is being conditioned, as you can tell, is basically removing those conditions. And it'll make life a lot easier because like humans are used to being in a cell and you're just freeing yourself. And those in the prison cell are just going to call you crazy. But yet they're enjoying their prison. They love it because everybody else is in there too. So they're not alone. So it's funny. Like, we're the crazy ones. We're not out to hurt anybody. We're out to heal and even send energy to them as they insult us that are connecting to all of this. Not to judge them at all. And anyway, it's funny. That's all. Of course, you can't talk about this stuff to most of your public. Some will be intrigued, some will be freaked out. So, whatever. It's okay. As for what I was picking up on before, that's what brought me all here, or the main message here, is alien propaganda. No, is what I kept seeing is visualizations of reptilians moving around people. Observing, but as for what they're doing, it just they're like I didn't see them physically. I'm seeing them in my third eye, and it's very, very clear. It's basically a downloaded message, basically. It's not just reptilians, obviously, but their presence here is quite heavy. Um, yeah, they want to make more peace with humans. They are eager to connect with us. They are frightening is another. That's a nice word. Yeah, I think it is. They're it's strange looking, but there's so many of them here. It's just insane. Um, and these are the positive ones. They're just curious about us. They just want to connect to our vibration and just to see how we're talk to us basically. But what I'm seeing is like people in crowds or wherever it is. I do see reptilians kind of creeping around. Of course, you can't see them in fourth dimension. They're listening, but they're moving around. I see them moving around a lot. They want to absorb all they can from their perspective, and they take back whatever it is that they find intriguing to their collective, and they all whatever it is that we're doing that's bringing them interest. Um, it does seem like what is the focus is on us. Of course, there are a lot of other alien beings. Of course, they have a lot of their political alien drama uh, that's going on. Basically, they don't. Okay, there's a lot of lower vibrational ones that are causing some stuff. Definitely. And the more positive ones want to say it's not us. We want nothing to do with that. But they're actually there to tame down what the negative ones are doing, where they're allowed to. The more it seems like the more positive ones don't really connect to the negative ones unless they have to. It depends. They don't always get along, obviously. Um, but yeah, if you're making a change, opening yourself up more, most likely you'll get a visitation from a low vibrational reptilian. This is like when I started doing webinars. There's a guy, I forgot his name. It's been a while, and he was pretty open. And during a webinar, he saw a reptilian, come to. Of course, it was through his third eye, but he saw it really clear. And the reptilian was like really pissed off that he was, you know, opening himself up. And he also saw a gray that came to him about a couple of days later. He's like, "Who are you here? Yeah, you haven't asked me here to start some crap or something like that." And he said, "Oh, I forgot his name. It's been a while." And he said that the gray said we can't do that anymore. Well, he's not allowed to do that anymore. Yeah, because they have all this power, they can do whatever they want. So, of course, they get karma from that too. But as for the reptilians, they basically want to make peace with us. So you might start seeing, maybe get a message from them here and there. Yeah, they're not, even the nice ones don't look very nice looking. But I just see them like peering around us more. Maybe it's more than usual. I'm not getting a clear indication of anything right now. It just seemed like their presence here, maybe it's increased. I don't know what it is. They're not giving me, all I see is I see them pretty clearly, connecting with us, roaming around us, seeing what we're doing, helping us awaken, come over and snarl in your ear. That's for certain individuals, not for everybody. Maybe that's what it is. They're preparing for more, waking people up. I wouldn't be surprised that has something to do with it. They are. I don't think they're going to come and like you're going to wake up and see one sitting over your bed looking right at you. I don't think that's going to happen. Some individuals need that, but I don't think that's. It does feel like they had a lot. They are assisting with the awakening. They're very patient. Aliens are usually quite patient. We aren't, as usual. Well, in some ways we are. But it does seem like they are. Yeah, they're not really giving me a clear indication. But it does seem like they are assisting with our awakening for those that do connect to them. I just see it so clearly how they're moving around people, and basically for those that are awakened to all of this, you might start seeing them a little bit more clearly here and there. Maybe this is just like a preview. It's like hear it here first, and then you might start seeing it here and there, maybe. Obviously, there are other beings here, Syrians, Palladian, yada, on and on. Zeta, but right now the reptilians are the heavier presence here. They're here now, obviously, but they're not. I'm not getting a clear message of anything right now. Basically, probably everything I just said there. Yeah, they're assisting with the awakening throughout their councils. They've been waiting a long time for this. Humans have been rejecting their messages for a long time, but it seems like a lot of them are letting go of their fear of them, because the reptilians have a heavy presence here. They have more bases here than other beings, so their presence here is quite unique than others ETs. And more people become more friendly to the reptilians will help other beings help you connect to others, because a lot of the reptilians seem to, from what I'm gathering, like, it's like they can change the rules a little bit. Not heavily, but it's like if you make contact with them, I don't think this is a trick or anything. You make contact with them, basically it just opens their connections. More and more you will see other beings, I want to use the word bleed through. We're not so scared. It's like, okay, the reptilians are probably, yeah, most uncomfortable of all of them, probably. Yeah, it's out there. I think they look cool, but not everybody's going to think that. But anyway, but you connect with them. It's up to you, of course. Make peace with them. Most likely you'll see others start to connect with you more over time. That's what I'm gathering. So this might be now, might be 2 years from now, might be 5 years from now, whatever. My video's all out of whack now. It does seem like the veil is like they have, whoever this is, they're not making themselves very clear. But usually when people connect to aliens, reptilians are like last one on the list. I don't want to connect with that one. Well, see, they're like, from what I feel, they're like the first ones on the list, because they've been here forever. They have a lot of presence here, and yeah, let's just get this over with. It's like, get over yourself, get over your fears, because it does. When you get used to them, the other ones seem like some are really weird out there. So that's like, let's see here. See, that they're even light workers have fear of them. Very weary. You're not going to find this on was it Infinite Waters, and what's the other one? Teal Swan. Yeah, viewership. Yeah, dropping down. That'd be cool to have this type of stuff on those channels, where people would be freaking out. But it's going to happen eventually. But I just see it. This is how you open the world up. You let go of the fear. And if you're a light worker, it's like, I'll connect to anything but reptilians. You get, basically, it's good to be open to everybody. It just is. It just is. It helps. It's like everybody but you. It's just not fair. So at least what I'm getting. So, yeah, I feel their council connecting with us. I feel they're basically, they're nothing to fear. They might look like, they bring a lot of fear, but that's not the case. They're more gentle than you might realize, but humans have a tendency of thinking otherwise. Right now, we are going through a spiritual cleansing and awakening unlike ever before, where you want to see us, but you have to believe in us. Believe in yourself Of course, but many of you are believing in yourselves. But we are the next step. You're already believing in yourself. It's for those that are believing in themselves. They are the next step. Reptilians and others, of course. But the reptilians really want to show it's like they just want to show how peaceful they truly are and how humans have written them out wrongly. It's just, but they think it's a trick or whatever. It's not. It is. Their presence here is a welcoming presence that's just. They feel like they're getting like ran. Their name's being run into the mud all the time, and it's not all of them doing it. Yes, there is. The presence here is not exactly the most welcoming by some of them, but they're changing that. You got to give them a chance, like a second chance, a third chance. Give them a chance to reach out to us, because you'd be surprised how much power they have with humanity. They are allowed to change rules here, it seems. So everyone's expecting to see a gray or a Nordic. There's not many are ready to see an actual, I want to say, reptilian for channeling contact or first contact for that matter. They're usually at the bottom of the list for that, because they're also showing that how peaceful they can be with humans. But right now, the fear of human reptilian humans are terrified of them right now. So they want to change that. They are in certain ways, but it's not like how they like it to be. It does seem like they're working with those they work with us in astral to get more, to get approval for connections. Obviously, I gave that. So it's basically you just give approval to connect with them or connect with anybody for that matter of a positive vibration. You'd be surprised what you get. Some might feel it happen instantly. Just give it time. Yes, it will help with Earth politics, also with nature, understanding nature more. It just, so many humans have Anunnaki control at this time over politics. Some reptilians are involved, not all. Anunnaki is more control than you might think. There's other races. Syrian. They like to hide themselves. Syrians are quite malicious. They can be. They're very good at keeping themselves hidden. What's going on with Trump right now is massive manipulation, character assassination. There are twins of him. There are other beings that look just like him right now. There are some alien versions of him. That's neat. Reptilian versions of him, Syrian versions of him. So if you look at him, you might see a glimpse of them, maybe. Basically, you're seeing another dimension of like a reptilian version of Trump. So just open your awareness of what is going on here. Yeah, it's just like you're living in a science fiction movie, but you just don't realize it. One thing the reptilians want to say is that not necessarily going to make a big presence here. It'll be mostly quiet like this. That's all they're allowed to do at this time. But more becoming more peaceful with them, more awakening to their presence, more just open to their connections. Because if you close them down, sometimes a negative being will take advantage of that. It's like, oh, you're fearing us, huh? Oh, that means you have issues with us. So it does sometimes open up a negative visitation sometimes. Because you're already expecting uncomfortable vibrations, so you're going to receive it. It's like, oh, I'm not too sure I want those beings around me. So then You'd be surprised how that works. It's basically, you think, I mean, you think aliens kind of just like, oh, I want to talk to this alien, but nobody else, just, I mean, obviously you're open to everybody. Aliens are open to each other. Humans are not really open to each other. As for races, the race problem on this planet is that you shut down to different races. Many do. Is to be open helps you open with race here, but also with your alien friends. Because there is Reiki energies from the reptilians that it's usually not received. As for letting go of negativity, especially lower vibrational beings such as possession, reptilians are known to remove those quite easily, but you have to be open to it. Sending energy. Yes, I've actually received energy from reptilians. It's different. It's you really feel it come through. It's really fascinating, actually. Um, but they are here to make peace with humans. No fear mongering. But right now, humanity is still connected to that low vibration of fear that's making life difficult for everyone here. Let's see. The chemtrails that are going on your planet is mixing with your DNA at this time. So not everyone, which is causing more mind control because you're not have the energy that you would like, and you're not thinking the way they would like also because it goes into the atmosphere. So you wonder why you're tired all the time, or why you have cancer, or why you don't feel well. That's part of it. There's much more to it than that. There's sprays out there you cannot even see. That one you can see. There's others you cannot. That they put into the atmosphere all the time. Satellites, they do that. There's different radiations they can do without you seeing. Four-dimensional cannons that they use that you don't see. Connecting to the reptilians does help unite humanity. You'd be surprised, like I say, DNA-wise, how close you are to reptilians, but so much more to it than that. This is the Reptilian Council, basically away from the Draconians, from what I'm gathering. But they speak for all reptilians, basically, because they're all getting such a bad rap on this planet. Basically, they're no different than human in many ways. They don't look like us, but they have emotions. They have fears in some ways. They're not perfect. They have flaws, basically. Basically, they don't have fear. They have some fear. Some do. Little ones, though, here and there. The fear of hurting others. They don't want to hurt anybody. So, their fear is a little bit different. But they're more real here than you might realize. You might see dimensions of reptilians here through your third eye, or even see just a city of reptilians through another dimension. So this is what they're preparing us for, just more of an alien presence. You're looking for a presence. It is here. But it is quiet. It is just, they are one of many here that will eventually, how you begin first contact is to believe there are other means of communication, not just the physical. This is more mental communication, mental connections, spiritual connections. Basically, yeah, saying like Anunnaki basically raped the human basically from their powers. Not to say other reptilians have not. They were much involved with the Anunnaki energies are the strongest in doing so. And you're basically also rebuilding your DNA, rebuilding your mind, rebuilding yourselves. More, you might not physically see it, but you are. Basically, it's a spiritual strength you're giving yourselves at this time. And that spiritual strength is being felt and heard here. And it goes into the star seeds that are being born here also, which happens daily. And they feel that energy from you. So you might not have any kids, but you are affecting the kids here just by being you. just by being not weak anymore, you want a more positive vibration for humanity. That is actually sending out to more than you might realize. It's not spoken about a lot, but it is going. Everyone's being affected by it. Everyone's affecting everybody, but the vibration is truly going to those that are being born here because they are bringing the highest effect. Because they are here, you are here to change things, and so are they. But so you're giving them the knowledge and the encouragement to continue on what you have built, basically. So, even if you don't necessarily have to have a platform like this, you just be yourself, basically. I think they're giving me a break. Moment. Yeah, just basically just be yourself. Clear out negativities, of course. Just be yourself. You don't have to have posters of yourself, whatever. Just be yourself. And that energy field, you might not feel it going out. Most likely you won't, but it is going out to everybody. And those that are being born here are feeling it and are changing their frequency constantly. So, but even, it's an uphill battle in some ways, but that's what you came here for. You did not come here for a walk in the park. He does say it will get easier over time, more understandable. Many are wishing for more alien contact. You will eventually if you're ready for it. Some say they are, but are terrified of it, and they know that. But some aren't. Some are very welcoming to. Basically, just peace of mind of all beings that are around, all of them. Somewhat the teddy bear aliens. It's best just to be open to all of them. Because it is like a fear there, and it's unlikely you'll have a full connection because of that. It's basically just to not just let whoever come through to come through. Basically, it's like you have visitation from like the Pleiadians, and then here are a bunch of reptilians here too to say hi. I mean, what are you going to do? Freak out and run into your house or something? It's like, it's good to be open to everybody. It's like, yeah, get over yourselves. That's in some ways, you can look at it like that. But so that's another reason why they have not really showed up because people are terrified, even though they're awake and are terrified. So and just want to put that message out. Just basically open to all beings. Basically, it does help with your connections, and you can have your peace here. Okay, I think anything else. There's a lot of reptilians in your present system right now that are human, reincarnated reptilians. They have a lot of aggression towards humans. Jeez. And themselves. Some are incarnated, never really liked humans, so they incarnate as one. They can't handle it. The idea is for them to make peace with it. Many are having difficulties doing that. Many of them are master criminals. They can't be caught, or they can break out of jail really easily, or whatever. But that's why they have those confinement areas in prisons, because those are very much a lot of reptilian energies. But these reptilians are here to make peace with humanity also. They might have a hard way of doing it, but they are. Because a lot of reptilians don't like humans, and a lot of humans don't like reptilians. So the idea is to make peace among both. More alien DNA, human alien DNA, we're going to understand more of how many humans have DNA. More of that alien stuff's going to become more of a understanding. Is there anything else? Just make peace with yourselves. That's all. They'll. Thank you. Yeah, I need a break. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, they said this would be enough right now. They might show up again. It's hard to say. So, interesting. So yeah, those are waiting for the ship to land and the beings to come out of the door and think again. That's already happened, just in another dimension. So we're the ones on understanding dimensions. We're not understanding the presence here. That knowledge it's slowly coming into our reality, but it's for us to wake up, but also to have peace. More anger is like I can get anywhere with that. So yeah, the more anger, the more beings step away. Even your spirit guide, I believe, steps away a little bit. Like they don't want to feel all that. I mean, not to say they're fully letting you go with you, but they do pull away so not to be affected by it as much. So, all right. Yeah, I think I felt some of that recently. Anyway. All right, blessings, everyone. That's it for tonight. Give it a break. So, thank you for joining us. Share this or whatever you like to do. So, thank you. And then tomorrow's webinar. So much love. And